It's supposed to be mid to late 20s temperature today, and now I have to put on the heat press to about 155, 160 degrees. It is already boiling in here, so I'm going to melt. Send me cool thoughts, please. Of a nightmare morning. I've been busy printing out orders for my teacher thank you cards. I don't know if you can see on here, Affinity Designer and the Canon IP8750 are up to their new tricks again, or their old tricks I should say, and they're printing just random lines where they feel like it. It seems to be an issue when I import anything from Procreate that I've hand drawn, and especially if there's a transparent background, which obviously for most artwork you need to have a transparent background. It just seems to be on one side there seems to be just a random line. So the problem is it's not even in the middle, so I could have got away with perhaps if it was on the crease line just letting it go, but it's not. It's a couple of millimeters over. So as I'm sure you can see here, it shows up very clearly on the card. Each sheet of this very fancy handmade cotton waste wildflower seeded paper is about £1 a sheet, and I've wasted 8 already today. I don't know what the solution to this is. I have searched online, nobody else seems to be having the same issue. People that have had similar have suggested doing a few tweaks, which I've done, still nothing. So I think I'm going to have to email the company because it is driving me potty and I can't figure out a way around it. Has anybody else had this problem? Let me know in the comments down below. We're still in the middle of a heat wave, so what better way to celebrate the heat by having to do some sublimation and using the heat press. Just making sure that we're up to temperature now. Yep, just under 190 degrees, so we're good to go. Next I'm going to subprint one of my first day back to school boards. Need to get the protective cover off. This is always tricky because you obviously don't need to touch it because oils on your hand are going to affect how it prints. And today we have got this very cute space design. Wish me luck. First steps, just putting my blowout paper on the base and getting my special heat tape ready as well. With these boards you need to put the actual print on the bottom, and then the board goes on top, and I need to do my best to line it all up. That looks about right. And then I'm going to just take a couple of strips of heat transfer tape and just put it just at the edge here. And now single piece of blowout paper over the top of everything to protect the top of the pattern. And now fingers crossed, this is going to work. Timer's nearly up, so I'm going to put on my rather snazzy heatproof gloves and cross everything that the pressure has been even enough and that when I lift it up in a minute, nothing's going to shift, so that my print's going to be okay. I always get so nervous. Okay, so carefully I'm going to remove the top blowout piece. And then excuse the printer in the background. Just going to pull this gently towards me. I can't quite describe that maneuver. It's kind of a pull and twist, but as you can see, it's turned out perfectly, nice and shiny, exactly as it should be. Just making sure that I don't touch anything so it doesn't smudge, and just let it cool down. I've been doing these boards for over a year now, and despite me actually perfecting it probably a week or so into when I first started doing them, I still get so nervous. That's because even now they do sometimes mess up. So this one has turned out beautifully. You can see how shiny it is, nice and even. There's no odd patches of colour or lines in the print either. So that's going to go off to its new home. I think if I had my own sublimation printer set up, I wouldn't get so nervous, because the problem is if this messes up, I either have to order double of every single personalised design, which is obviously a huge cost, or I then have to go back over and pick up a new print and pay for a new print. So it's always nerve-wracking. I'm just relieved that this one's turned out okay, because I am so busy this week. Literally cannot make this up. Do you remember all the trouble that I had on Monday with my printable seed cards and how much waste? I think it was like £8 or £10. Today, every single one has printed beautifully. The only very minor issue, if I can find one, is here in the corner. It's obviously just got slightly jammed. I don't like using my Canon printer. I'm supposed to use the Epson up there. But unfortunately, the ink people that I was using have gone bust and I haven't found a suitable replacement. So I'm just relieved that today we're on track. So let's get these all cut up and ready to send. As that was quite possibly the smallest studio vlog in the history of all studio vlogs, I thought I'd hop on and give you a little update. I've been working as a virtual assistant for a good few weeks now. It's all very exciting. I've got some lovely clients, which is wonderful. And of course, in typical fashion, my dental nursing agency has picked up. So it's been a bit of a struggle to try and balance everything. We've had a really busy personal life as well. GBT Junior had her very belated 6th birthday party a couple of weeks ago. So that meant that I was kind of working behind the clock trying to get all of the nice little pretty party bags and invitations and everything else like food and just general party bits all put together and ready. That week I was also working full time at the dental nursing agency and dealing with clients in the evening and obviously trying to fit in orders of GBG as well. So it's been manic. And unfortunately this week Mr. GBT has managed to pick up COVID from somewhere. So regular viewers will know that Mr. GBT is very poorly. He's currently on the pre-waiting list for organ transplants. So it's been a very scary time. We've managed to keep him safe for the last 2.5 years since obviously COVID started. He's stable, he's still at home, and he has been lucky enough to get some of the antiviral medication. So hopefully that means that he won't need to go into hospital and there will be no long-term damage. It has meant that our usual kind of GBT Junior childcare has obviously not been able to go ahead, which has meant that I have unfortunately had to cancel my nursing this week, and I am flying solo, trying to look after a quarantined upstairs Mr. GBT whilst entertaining GBT Junior because it's summer holidays, and running around out in the cabin trying to get a few orders done and obviously work with my lovely clients through my virtual assistant job as well. So It's been manic. I feel like I need a holiday. Luckily, me and TBT Junior are still testing negative. We're testing every day. I just kind of can't wait for this to be over. I feel like I could just run away for a week somewhere, just on my own with a big pile of books. I might take Boo Bear the dog and just hide out. I'm shattered, as you can see. It's not been easy, but I am very thankful for the orders that are still coming in. Obviously, we're taking every precaution at home to ensure that I remain negative, mainly because I need to get back to nursing next week, and obviously working in healthcare, you can't do that if you have got COVID. So that leads me to the end of the mini vlog. Thank you very much for watching. If you haven't noticed, have a look at my subscribers. I'm at 560. How did that happen? Some of you will know that I had set the goal for 250 subscribers by the end of 2022. Well, we've well and truly surpassed that. I have got no idea where I'm going to end up before the end of the year. If you've got a suspicion of what number I might reach before 31st of December, comment down below. I'd love to know what you think. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't subscribed, hit the button, help boost those numbers up. I'm really excited to see where this channel goes, and I will check in with you all next time. Bye.